Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel, Let Your Art Out. This week is week 21 of the index card. The prompts are lace, flower, and pink. So for lace, I thought, boy, I'm not going to do the traditional lace. I'm going to lace my substrate. So here I am taking an X-Acto knife and I'm cutting out a bunch of petals. And I'm just doing these, they're kind of random, but they're in a pattern, obviously, where they're right next to the other. But I'm not really paying attention to the size or the exact shape or the exact direction. I'm just basically filling in the space between the petals and trying to keep the distance between the petals as consistent as I can. So this is a fun exercise actually to do. And the first time I tried this, I drew it in, and that was way too hard and too stressful to follow lines. So I didn't even get halfway through. I went, I am not doing this. So this way is, a lot easier actually. You'd think it wouldn't be, but it's fun. I found it very fun. So yeah, you just keep cutting and cutting, and you want to make sure that you have a sharp blade. Most of the X-Acto knives, believe it or not, have a utensil. So it depends on what X-Acto knife you have, right, or craft knife you have. Some of them have individual blades. Some of them have the long strip of blades that you snap them off. I particularly like this one because it's solid. But here I'm going to show you that for most, if you have the blades that snap off, I would say 99% of them have this utensil to slide onto the blade and snap it. And when you're doing that, make sure that you've got the blade as far down as you can, because I haven't had this happen, but it scares the heck out of me when I was watching that video when I tried the first time, and it wasn't, the blade wasn't far enough down, it was bending, that it was going to snap and hit me in the face. Do it away from you, make sure the blade is far enough down, and use the utensil. Because until about 3 or 4 months ago, I was watching one of those 5-minute craft videos and couldn't believe it when I saw this. And I looked at every one of my craft knives that had the slide up blades, even the dollar store ones. And every single one of them had an attachment somewhere on it. Some of them removable, some of them not. But that would help you slide the blade in and snap it. So please be careful when you're doing this. So now I'm taking this substrate, which is a Diet Coke box that I've cut down to 5x7, and I'm just making it all black. I'm using a cosmetic sponge and some black paint, and just cutting off, now that I can see it, I can see that there's some cling on, some things hanging on there, so I was just cleaning that up. So now I'm going to grab my deli sheets that I've jelly printed, and I've got those, this is my pink and purple category, and I'm just, auditioning, which ones I like, and putting out those, and then auditioning them again, and now I've found it. And I think this one is beautiful, actually, especially with that black lace texture. So using the art glitter glue, I'm just gluing that on. I'm not hitting every single spot, and pressing it from behind. And now I'm going to cut around. And I love the art glitter glue because A, it dries clear, and B, it dries fast. So another tip here, I buy these fake flowers, these fabric flowers at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's or wherever. I buy them when they're on sale. I mean, if they're clearance, I don't care what color they are because I can paint them to whatever color I want, right? So if you see these things on sale, they might be, god-awful ugly colors, but who cares? Just paint them. So painted that, and now I used my art glitter glue to stick that on, and then I'm using my Dina Wakley gloss spray, which is my favorite way to do splatters, and a fan brush to add a little bit of white. It's almost like a galaxy. So then I'm like, okay, I've got this flower in the middle of this thing. What am I going to do to make this a little bit more interesting, right? And also it kind of blends in because I painted it the same colors as the background. So I'm like, I'm going to draw a stem and some leaves. There probably were better leaves to choose from, but it is what it is. I mean, after watching this, hindsight is 20/20, right? So now I'm using my Dina Wakley scribble sticks to add a little bit of color in there on the leaves. Keep on looking at it. I notice, boy, I don't like how this flower is just blending in. I mean, you can barely see it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to grab another flower. I'm going to paint it black. And I wish I had bigger ones, but I just didn't feel like digging through my flowers to find them. So I said, okay, let's paint these black, and we'll just start tearing these petals off and gluing them and alternate them between the other leaves. I'm sorry I go off screen on this. And then now all of a sudden you've got a backdrop for these petals that you can now kind of see that there's something there, right? A lot more than you did before. How about I say that? So I like it. I'm adding a little bit more, texture. I'm not happy with how flat those leaves are, but it is what it is. Now I'm like, okay, what else can I do to this flower to make it stand out? So I used a flat back pearl and put it on there to kind of bring your eyes towards that petal. So now you're looking at it going, oh, why is that flat back pearl there? Oh, there's a flower there. So this brings more focus. So now I'm going to go put it into my journal book and realize, oh my gosh, this was supposed to be an index card, a 4x6, and I did it all on a 5x7 background. No big deal. I just cut down the edges. I took a 1/2 inch off of each side from the sides, and then 1 inch off the top, because I didn't want to take too much off where the roots were. And now I'm just going to, ink those edges where I cut, because obviously the paper was white. And now I have, and I actually like it so much better because there's not so much space around the flower. Now your focus is truly the flower. Filling out the tags that I had put on here so that I know what the prompts were when I completed it, what card number it was, and realize, uh-oh, I don't have any more pages left on my journal book. So put this aside. I make another set of pages, and I adhere it. So now I've got I've expanded basically my journal book to include more tabs to glue on. And I'm going to be putting a video out on how I create this and make this like an expandable journal, for as many as you need. So that is it. This is my index card for week 21. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're inspired to try some of these and check out that X-Acto knife. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.